Hey guys, this is Lady Wu D. Today, Wu D will be doing a live commentary of a 1 vs 1 PvP on two very skilled players, SoulSky and Desert Alinas. They are both level 40 with lots of epic equipment, so expect lots of action. Just sit back and enjoy the show.
So SoulSky right away sent his workers onto the berry bush. This is very interesting. So he kind of just split his workers and he built another one right away. So he has two workers on one berry bush and then the other two on another one, and he builds a storage house right away right next to that berry bush. And then so he has four workers on food, and then he sends once he built another worker and he sends it onto the tree line, the closest tree line. So he currently has 5 villagers on food, and then he goes back and builds another villagers on food. So he has 5 villagers on food and also one villager on wood. This is definitely not the way that I start, but this is very interesting. And then you have his scout can just scout all over the map trying to I don't know what he is scouting. He's just kind of going through the map, and maybe he could actually answer that question for us. But we do see that there's so he keeps 5 villagers on food, and then he start going for wood, or so he builds a storage right next to the tree line, and he just kind of have 2 different villagers chopping away at the same time. I'm very sure he hotkey his scout because he's jumping back and forth pretty quickly. It's a dead end right there, but no worries. His scout is actually pretty powerful. It does 235 extra damage. That's 35% extra damage. That's a very powerful scout right there. Wow. So now he has 5 villagers on food and 5 villagers on wood. If I'm not wrong, I think he's gonna have more villagers on wood than food. He might just gonna go for an archer rush, and we'll see what he does. So he pretty much found Desert Alinas right here. Wow, his watch post has such amazing sight range. I will have to say this is probably close to 1/10 of the map, well, maybe a little bit lesser than that. But let's see what he got here. He pretty much has 76% extra line of sight on his watch post. So one watch post can see almost everything, and he sees Desert Alinas very clear right now. Desert Alinas is a very strong economy player. He's a macro player, so he actually built a dock, and he's just building fishing boats and gather fish. I think this is a lot faster than fishing boat gathering fish is a lot faster than villagers gathering food. So I think this is a very smart way to go. So he has 3 fishing boat, and he's probably a little bit ahead on food wise than SoulSky. But as you can see, he also has 4 villagers now on cows. I played that with Desert Alinas a couple times. I know that one of his standard moves that he likes to do is he actually likes to use 60 wood converting into cows. It's pretty much a consumable, so that he used in the beginning of the game to try to stay ahead of the competition. And he has 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 workers on wood. Probably gonna do something like an archer, train for archers as well. 3 villagers on gold now, or just building a storage for gold. So SoulSky seems like he's a very good pressing on player. He's kind of just building watch post to. Wow, he pretty much can see exactly what Desert Alinas is doing. This is very interesting. very interesting. Back in his own base, SoulSky built his dock, and he's actually building fishing boats. And everything on his fishing boat is epic. This is wow. Okay, it's very interesting. Okay, so this is the first time I'm actually commenting on a game played by high level players like them. 3 villagers on gold. Oh, excuse me, I just ate something earlier. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I live in Chinatown, kind of like a Chinatown. Now there's a lot of very good but cheap food out there, so I kind of just ate too much. So if you hear me pausing along the way, please excuse that, because I just feel like burping. I don't want to be too nasty here on public, I would say public channel or television right here. But as you can see, you know, massive workers, 4 workers on gold, rest workers on wood, and then you have 3 workers on food. So he already finished his first archer range, so he's rushing out archers, and they're just kind of gathered right here. And then he's also building a stable. You know, let's take a look at his archers. Everything's epic except for the boots, which gives 11% of running speed. And you know, you have his archers actually has over 50% of extra damage. I'm talking about, actually, you know what? His archers have over 60% of extra damage than normal archers. Have 80% more health. I mean, it has 365 health. That's a lot. And also, so he kind of just brought up the entire map pretty much. That's between him and also Desert Alinas. Desert Alinas is actually building archers and pikemen, spearmen. Wow, that's very interesting. It seems like, you know, it seems like Desert Alinas knew exactly that that SoulSky is building stables. But how can he see it? Maybe there's possibly watchtowers by Desert Alinas around here. I cannot see Desert Alinas line of sight, so I cannot see his map. But you know, knowing Desert Alinas, he's a very decent, at least a very decent player. You know, someone that that's very good actually. I consider him very good. If I do 1 versus 1 with him, I'm probably gonna lose. So I consider him as a very good player, and you know, he possibly gonna have some kind of tower in the area. So Desert Alinas has 6 archers, 7 archers, and also 5 pikemen or spearmen. And then we have Mr. SoulSky here, who has 7 archers and also a this is like a cavalry archer, so I guess it's Sarisafari Roy. I can't pronounce that. That's like Greek or something. So and he's in a villager here, so I don't know what that villager is doing, but he's kind of just building a massive archer slash it looks like his main focus is gonna build archers. I mean, his range cavalry is pretty good too, because it has, you know, 3 items that's epic, and then it has speed boost. So this is very nice. He has very nice items. So item wise, SoulSky definitely have a lead. He has most epic items. Mostly epic items on his workers. You know, as you can see, you know, Desert Alinas here has pretty good items as well. You know, this is what he has on his villagers. Reduced cost by 5.5%. It has extra health, extra gathering speed, and so on. So, you know, I mean, it's like that. So one thing that I noticed Desert Alinas do very well is he kind of build his houses, or his, you know, his houses, his other buildings around his base. This is very nice. So it's kind of like a wall. If you want to chase him, you have to go through. You know, instead of going directly into his base, you have to go kind of just, you know, take turns and go through in order to get to his town center or his guys. So I'm pretty sure Desert Alinas here destroyed one of SoulSky's towers. So I suddenly lost a huge sight. I lost a huge line of sight. So both players are both very skilled, massing a huge amount of units only a couple minutes into the game. Okay, you have a huge amount of army. So well, what SoulSky is doing, he's kind of just pressing into the middle of the map. He's doing he's probably gonna push out, you know, so using this as his second base. It's kind of line of defense, you know. If they happen to engage like right over here, right, they happen to engage the fight right over here, and somehow some way Desert Alinas come ahead, it's just gonna push SoulSky back to his first line of defense, and this will actually give him much faster his archers that producing this 2 archer range will get onto the battlefield much faster than his units backing his base. But it seems like Desert Alinas, yes, I was right. Desert Alinas did have his watch post around SoulSky's base as well. As you can see, there's a watch post right over here, and there's a watch post right over here. So as you can see, SoulSky sending a scout to destroy that. You know, this is very, I mean, whoa, why is he sending him away? But he's probably has a greater plan. But yeah, you know, he has a huge, massive force. I see a lot of, you know, he's actually building pelters now. So you got some pelters, and then, oh, huge fight is coming up. All right. So that pelters is just kind of running by it. Whoa, Desert Alinas just completely missed him. So SoulSky here sending out a group of bandit spearmen surrounding his surrounding Desert Alinas' archer right now.